I think you're muted, Melissa.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry about that. Hey, I am excited to be here with everyone. I retired from DFACS back January 2019, and I loved my job at DFACS, and I loved my DFACS family. So it is great today to be here with you all. I'm here to talk about the Georgia State Retirement Association. It's better known as GRSA. I joined GSRA at a conference that I attended in Savannah. It was your conference, actually. I attended the conference in Savannah, and I came there as a speaker to help with one of the meetings. But I decided to attend the GSRA meeting, and I listened to what they had to say that day, and I couldn't walk out the meeting without joining, because the organization had so many good things that they were trying to do for state employees. GSRA is a wonderful organization. It is very passionate about protecting the retirement benefits that's promised to state employees when they retire, but the organization is so much more. We actually advocate for both active and retired employees. And I wish that I had known earlier in my career about GSRA, because I would have joined before I did. I did join when I was still working, but it's just a really good organization that cares about state employees. One of the most important things that we do is that we watch all the legislation that happens. We are looking at everything to make sure that if anything is coming up in the House or a Senate bill, if it's going to affect our benefits, GSRA are on top of it. We're watching the money as well as the medical benefits to make sure that the state of Georgia keeps the promise that they gave us when we were first employed. So I have a great video that I am going to show. It's one of our membership videos. And we developed this membership videos because of COVID and not being able to actually get out and meet people face to face and recruit. So we came up with this recruitment video, and I want to show it to you. You'll be able to meet a couple of members of our organization, our president, and a few other members. So if you would just be patient with me, I'll get the video started. And after the video, I have a few more things that I want to say, and you can ask me any questions, okay? So I'm going to start sharing my screen and get to the video. Okay, so let's get this back down. Down to my inbox.
Whoa, hold it! I'd like to tell you how to get $5,000 in free silver.
Hello, I'm Gphsa Foundation, your host, and welcome to the Georgia State Retirement Association virtual membership product. Throughout this video, we will refer to the organization as GSRA. I would like to share a few things with you about GSRA.
You hear it, but you can't see it.
You all can't see?
No. All we're seeing is your email. You see it on your screen? Oh, here we go.
Okay.
So that's close. That was
so. All right. So I'm gonna see if I can start the video over again.
Okay.
It's saying that I'm sharing, but it's not showing it.
We're just seeing your email screen.
Okay. Can you see anything now?
No.
Can you see it? Oh. Rhonda?
No, not yet.
Okay. So what am I not doing?
Hmm.
It's saying I'm sharing my screen and you see my video. You see my
Email.
what? My email.
Can you minimize that? Maybe is it behind? I don't know. Click
Okay,
on
let me
it.
see.
You hear it?
And you still don't see it.
I'm Gphsa Committees, your host, and welcome to the Georgia State Retirement Association virtual membership club. Throughout this video, we're going to launch the organization as GSRA. I would like to share a few things with you about GSRA and then introduce you to a
There you go. That's it. We got it now. Turn it up a little bit if you can.
employee at the Department of Family and Children's Services. Upon retirement, I became active in the organization because it was a way that I could continue to advocate on behalf of state employees. After 30 years of working with staff, I become like family. And just because I was retired did not mean there wasn't something I could do to continue to help state employees. I'm on the board of GSRA as an at-large board member. And I'm the membership chairman for the Native Middle Georgia local chapter. I spend most of my time recruiting new members. There's strength in numbers, so it's particularly important that you join GSRA, as it is the only organization that advocates for both active and retired state employees. We are watching to make sure our benefits stay at current level or higher. And we monitor issues to ensure there are minimum boundaries to the state health benefit plans. We will share with you how you can join GSRA later in the presentation. But right now, let me introduce you to our president, Mr. Jim Somerville. Jim's doing a great job. Jim?
Hi, I'm Jim Somerville, president of the Georgia State Retirees Association, or as it's known, GSRA. I joined GSRA in 2005, about 5 years before I retired from the Georgia Environmental Protection Division. I joined GSRA when I was still working because I knew there was a need for an organization that worked to protect retirement benefits that were promised to me and to you by the state of Georgia. GSRA is the only organization that advocates on behalf of both active and retired members of the employees retirement system in Georgia. GSRA has worked hard to develop working relationships with the employees retirement system in Georgia, state health benefit plan administrators, the leaders of the House and the Senate, and the governor's office. It was GSRA that worked with the governor's office, the employee retirement system in Georgia, the Board of Trustees, and members of the General Assembly to secure the necessary funds for the 13th check that you have been receiving, you've received the last couple of years. In addition, this year, Governor Kemp signed into law a surprise billing legislation. GSRA worked hard, lobbied hard for this legislation to be passed. So this is just two examples of how effective GSRA is in representing your interests for the leaders of state government. So I encourage you to become a member of GSRA. Investment in the GSRA membership will ensure that your voice and your interests are heard at every level of government and by the employees retirement system of Georgia, as well as the state health benefit plan administrators. So look us up on our webpage, find a local chapter near you. We have them throughout the state. And come sit through a meeting and learn the latest as it deals with your pension, your state health benefit plan, as well as other issues of importance to seniors.
Hi, everyone. I'm Bob Plum. I'm one of the board members that travels over the state setting up new chapters for GSRA. With the pandemic, Kim and I have not been able to set up new chapters in the past few months. We do want to take this virtual opportunity to recruit some new members and possibly establish some contacts for starting future new chapters. We currently have 20 your neighbor comes, your board members, and for the board when you have questions. GSRA has successfully negotiated bonuses for retired state employees. We actively advocate for cost of living allowances and COLAs for actively retired state employees. We encourage new members to join the automatic draft. The automatic draft will of renewing. ERS will draft $1.67 monthly from the check. We have a quick and easy way to jump online at our website at www.mygsra.com. Just click the join us button on our website. If you prefer me doing so, text to GSRA News, pin 108, Georgia 30610. I'm proud to be on the website to learn or reach out to us at 770-312-2700. We can mail you an application, but we need your ERS number to set up an automatic draft. Next, I would like to introduce Chuck Freeman. Chuck works directly with the legislative bodies to monitor bills that are on the bench. Here's Chuck.
Hi there. I'm Chuck Freeman. I chair the GSRA's legislative committee, and I'm pleased to tell you about GSRA's legislative program and how we have been making it more effective. GSRA is developing responsible legislative goals and objectives. We've stayed in touch with our members and together communicated our needs to state decision makers. We've built a coalition of organizations of hundreds of thousands of active and retired ERS and TRS members. And we've successfully earned cooperation from and access to governor, legislators, and other critical state leaders. As a result, GSRA has become a highly effective advocate in support of good legislation while effectively opposing that. We have achieved much. The deep commitment from DCH to minimize increases in insurance premiums and out-of-pocket expenses. We've increased our dialogues with ERS leaders, resulting in several one-time additional benefit payments. And we seem to have had a good chance to pay actual COLA this year before the pandemic hit and state revenues tanked. GSRA is now being actively sought out by legislators and others for our experience, expertise, and time. We have a great team, beginning with our outstanding professional lobbyist, Chuck Clay, including our president and other volunteer committee members. These are members who make everything work. That is why we need you to join the team so that we become even more effective in advocating for benefits. I thank you very much, and now I'm going to turn this over to Melissa.
Thank you so much for participating in our virtual leadership round. We hope you learn a lot, and we look forward to hearing from you.
Okay, so sorry about that technical difficulty for a few moments, but I hope you got it. Okay.
Max, is LeBron James on the decline?
You're asking me, Motley, if I've learned my lesson. Not just with the cliff with Tom Brady, but once upon a time when KD won MVP during the reign.
Okay, sorry about that technical difficulty. I tried to just use YouTube instead of having to load the whole video. But anyway, I'm really excited to be here. And there's a few more things that I wanted to talk about that's not on the video. Like right now, we are running a 2-for-1 membership drive where you can pay $20 and it will pay for 2 years of membership instead of the normal 1-year membership. We're doing this to try to increase our membership, and we're hoping that by giving new members 2 years to look at the organization, that it will help you to solidify you making a lifetime commitment to the organization. GSRA is advocating for you, both active and retired employees. Also, if you have a spouse that's receiving medical benefits through the state health benefit program, that your spouse could also become a member of GSRA. We need more members, because the more members we have, the more powerful our organization become, and the more powerful your organization become, the more things that you can get. We are not going to stop advocating for COLAs, although we did get this year the bonus checks that are going to come. We'll get one in August, and then we'll get the next one in February of next year. We're still going to continue to advocate for the cost of living allowances. We recently got a really important piece of legislation passed. I think it was Monday that Governor Kemp actually signed House Bill 173. So GSRA will be able to have a say on at least 2 of the ESRA board members. And why is that important? That's important because ESRA is the organization that determines whether we get a cost of living. So we're going to be able to have about 2 of those board members. So that's really important. And we're just really excited about getting that bill passed. I think that if you join, I won't have to remind you each year why it's important that you join, because, we do have a very good legislative committee that watch everything. So nothing gets by us. Anytime anybody tries to do anything to reduce our benefits, we are there. We're at the table. So anyway, if you have any questions, you can direct your questions to me at this particular time, but it's a great organization, and I can't, I don't know what else I can tell you, but I'm asking you to join this organization. But really, if you think about it, you should be coming to me to say, how can I join? Okay. All right. So I'll take some questions. No questions? Hey, Mary Beth.
So I wonder how many that are listening are already members. I bet there's a number of folks on the call that are already members. So I think it's our duty to go back and try to recruit some more folks. Because just like with GPHSA, the more people you have, the GSRA can say, I represent X number, the more powerful we are. And everyone always complains about why teachers get so much things. And it's because they have such a powerful group of people in their organization lobbying behind them. So I'll be joining you soon.
Very good. Anyone else? A question?
I agree with Mary Beth. I think it's very important. And it's very important to get more members, because the more stuff we get done.
Mm-hmm. Is there anyone who had never heard of GSRA before? So everybody was already familiar with GSRA?
I learned more today.
Learn more, okay. Okay, well, good. Well, Rhonda, I don't seem to have any questions, but if you want to join the organization, like I said, you can go on to our website at www.mygsra.com, and you can join online. If you need an application sent to you, Rhonda will mail one out to you. Just give her your information. And we're just happy to have you.
Thank you, Melissa. We're going to upload the YouTube, the GSRA recruitment video to, I'll send out that link to everyone. Since we had some audio issues going on, we'll make sure we get that out to everyone also. So yes, absolutely. Be sure to let me know if you need a paper application or any way we can help you join. So now we're going to turn it over to Susan Cooper, our president-elect for GPHSA, and she's going to tell us about that association and how everyone can benefit from being a member there. Susan?
Can you see my PowerPoint?
Yes, we see it.
Okay. All right, good. Okay. Well, my name is Susan Cooper. I'm the president-elect of GPHSA, and I just wanted to talk to you just shortly about GPHSA as well. Like Mary Beth said, we're always, wanting to get more members and to get people more, knowledgeable about GPHSA. And let's see if I can get this slideshow going. Okay. There. This is a quote from Tom Ford that says, the most important things in life are the connections you make with others. And that's one of the things about GPHSA is we're very big on connections, and it just gives you that extra layer to get connected with your fellow members, and like the retirees, they come to our things and you can get a lot of wisdom from them as well. So it just really helps for the connection part. This is our mission, and it's to support professional staff who serve, Georgia's family and children, because that's the whole point. Support the staff so they can help, the children. We have a voice in the assembly, like Melissa was talking about. That's very important because, they're the ones who decide our benefits, our pay, our policy, how we, not our policy, but how we serve Georgia's, vulnerable citizens. And one of the recent things was there was an advocate for the Georgia's citizens Medicaid, the ones that weren't getting Medicaid. And so, that was passed. One of the things that's happened in the past is, they've advocated for us for, the furloughs and reduction in staff, and how that affects not us, but how it affects Georgia citizens, because it affects our work. And so that's been a strong advocacy. And also with the pandemic, supporting the protection of our staff, because, we've been going out on the front lines. And, I appreciate how this year that we were really finally acknowledged as essential, because we haven't stopped through this whole thing, protecting the families and supporting them through, different ways to try to make them self-sufficient, through giving them that hands up, but yet, teaching them through some of our programs how to be employable themselves. So the advocacy is just a huge thing. There's been a lot of, bills passed on adoption and increasing the help in that. So our advocacy and our executive director, that's part of what he does is he goes and he advocates and he talks to the legislators, and GRSA is very big in helping with that as well. So advocacy is a huge thing, and they're advocating for our jobs and the things that we need to do our jobs. One of the big things that has happened recently that affects the services is the bill HB 562. And a lot of people didn't even know this, because I know I was on another talk where they were talking about this, but actually before, anybody could go out and take a warrant on somebody that was just doing their job because they said that they were, adversely affecting them. So now the warrant, it has to go by a judge of superior court, state court, or probate court. And that's very important because, they're going to look at it and say, well, you're just doing your job. And before, law enforcement, teachers, a lot of these people were protected, but defects workers weren't. So now you are. Now they can still get a warrant, but they have to go before a judge and, show what that it hurt them. But if you're just doing your job, then you're protected. And so that's what that bill and lots of that are out there to protect us, to help us do our jobs in ways that we need to do them. Also with GPHSA, we get information. The executive director office sends us emails. We have social media that we can get information from. GPHSA has a website. It's www.gphsa.org. And also, if you're on Facebook, there is a Facebook page that you can go to. So these are ways that we know what's going on when bills are passed, or things that affect us, we know. Education, advocacy, professionalism, and communication are the main ways that we are benefited. With education, we have the trainings. We have an annual training. This is our biggest one. It's in September, and it's in Savannah. And we have, last year we had, well, not last year, year before last, we had 600 people, and it lasts for 3 days. And we have workshops, and these are quality trainings on things that will help us to develop our professionalism, our skills. And we always reach out to the membership to see what is it that you're needing right now. So education is huge. Just like this we're doing today, this Lunch and Learn, it goes out to the DFACS workers, that the members, if they want to come on and learn about this. And we've been doing a lot of things virtually because that's been a requirement. But always the education is one of the main things. Advocacy, as I was just talking about, how they go to the legislators and advocate for us. Professionalism, teaching us how to be more professional, give us those skills we need. And communication, how they send out the emails or on the website, or always the information is there. Just like on that other call, a lot of people had never even heard that somebody could take a warrant out against them. They would have been blindsided by that. And it actually happened to one worker, and that's what started the whole process of, starting to change it. And so keeping you in the know of what's going on is very important. Committees. If you want to get involved, we have GPHSA committees, and it's great to be a member of GPHSA, but to get on a committee is just another level. And some of the committees we have education and training, and they're the ones that review the training. What do we need? What does the membership want to learn more about? And it's always quality training, and it gives us, again, those skills and knowledge we need, and helps us to find out ways to be professional. The finance committee, they are in charge of the budget. They look at the expenditures, the receipts of everything that we do, what needs to be changed, and they recommend it to the board of directors, and then they will vote on it. And they just safeguard our finances and make sure that everything that is going in and coming out is for a good purpose. And the treasurer is over this committee. The membership committee, what they do is, of course, their goal is to get more members. And, they find different incentives to promote this throughout the regions and the state. And they get more affiliate members, which these are people that don't work for DFACS, but they might be interested in supporting those that do. They also, they're over the awards and the judges. We have different contests, and we have different yearly awards we give to folks. They get into that. They are responsible for the presentations to give those awards at our meetings. And they're also over there's a pen award that you can do, and just different contests. And the vice president is the chairman of that. The nomination committee, and this is, they come up with the nominations because every 2 years we reelect new members. And so they are over, not new members, new officers. And it's the president-elect, the vice president, the secretary, the treasurer, and the founding trustee. And what they do is they go over the nominations that are turned in, and they see if these people are going to be qualified, and then they present them to the president, and then they are over the voting and the calculating and all of that, and then they at the end, will give the president the announcements of who is won. The OFI committee, what they do is they study better ways to help the public with assistance and employment, and again, self-sufficiency, because that's our number one goal there. And they will recommend, goals that we need to work toward. And they will also look for training to develop skills and professionalism in their specific, expertise. And they also collaborate with others. The Social Service Committee, they're about, promoting teamwork and communication, all levels of DFACS for the social services and their programs, and looking for ways to get rid of barriers to protecting children. The Technical Committee, what they do is they're over our social media. And like I said, we have Facebook, we have a website, and so they also promote, the participation and increase of more membership, and they give us information through technical ways. The Foundation Committee, this Foundation Committee, we are a classified 501c3 charitable organization, and this is for our tax purposes, and everybody that donates is deductible. And the foundation has trustees who are elected, and they oversee this. And then there's a Retirement Auxiliary Committee. They're very active, and they work with our GRSA people, and they meet twice a year. And their dues, she was talking about earlier, are $20, but right now they're doing a 2-for-1 where you could be in the retirees, and you could be in GPHSA, and you could also be in GRSA. And it's very beneficial to be in most. And like Mary Beth was talking about, she's coming near to her retirement. And you better believe when I get there, I will be very active members of both, because it's going to benefit you, because as Melissa said, they're the ones in the know of your benefits, and they're the ones that are advocating for your benefits. So it's very, very important. And a lot of them are on county and regional DFACS boards, so they still have their hand in all that's going on, and their ear to what's going on. And they're very active and with our ERSA, which are the people that decide our benefits, and our retirement benefits, which is very important. All right. I think I got busy talking and skipped some slides here. But that's the committees that I just talked about, and that's the list of them. And then this is the GPHSA Foundation. I just talked about it. Yeah, and I forgot about my slides. But anyway, so this is a lot of information, I know, in a few minutes. And I can send you, I have lots of, information that I can send you through email about describing some of this stuff, the committees. I have a membership application and a payroll deduction form if you're not a member, or if you are a member and you just need to know more. I'm going to try to put my email in the quote, in the chat, but it's susancooper.com at ds.ga.gov. And so if anybody in PowerPoint, I'm filling in for somebody. So if I sound a little shaky, I guess I am, because I didn't create it. So you do something that somebody else created, although it's wonderful, you're just not as sure of it. But this was another quote. It says, in world of reports, deadlines, accuracy, and urgency, it is critical to know the true importance of human connection. And that's what it all boils down to here, is GPHSA is about connection. And we need that. We have a hard job, no matter what you do in the agency, and it's very important. And I think GPHSA just draws everybody together. And I love how, it's everybody, OFI, social services, admin, regional accounting, they're all part of it. And we also have the Office of Aging and Child Support. So we have all these people that come to all these meetings, and they have been virtual, but hopefully with the vaccine and stuff, it's going to go back to, person. That's what we're looking at in September in Savannah. So, and if you can come to any of the meetings, I encourage that, because you really get that time to get to know each other and just to learn more about GPHSA. So I hope that part of what I'm saying today, and I just want to say again, I think so that was GRSA is very important. So I hope that you all have a wonderful and safe day. And this is John Anderson. He's over our OFI. He's a cool guy, I think. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. If anyone has any questions, either present or no, put it in the chat or email it to them. And one exciting thing that I think this year is that both associations are having annual conference. As Susan mentioned, GPHSA will be meeting in Savannah on, excuse me, August 31st and September 1st. And so that is, we missed last year. So that's just wonderful news. And that conference is being planned and it's going to be exciting. And GSRA will have its annual conference this year at Lake Blackshear Resort in Cordele. And it's being planned for October 4th and 5th. So we've got a lot of stuff on the horizon. I think everybody's getting back in the swing of things, which is, if you're like me, it's just exciting to think about. So if there's not any questions, we have recorded the presentation. It will be uploaded to the GPHSA YouTube channel, as well as shared on GSRA Facebook page. So thank you all for joining us. Good to see you. Jeff, I see you've joined us late. Good to see you.
How's everybody doing?
You're good. We're good.
It's wonderful to see everybody.
It is. Susan and Melissa, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Everyone have a great afternoon.